What up everybody, my name is Keyblade and today I am starting a new series where I take a look at each of the characters in the Kingdom Hearts series, and if this goes well, maybe even other games. From their backstories to their fighting style, and hopefully by the end of this video you will learn some more about these characters of the series. And today we're going to start with a pretty obvious one, the main protagonist of Kingdom Hearts, Sora, which this video is going to be a little longer than the other ones because he is the main protagonist of the entire series, for the most part, other than a few games. But let's get into this analysis of Sora. As I said, Sora is the main protagonist of the Kingdom Hearts series, but he isn't the main character of all the game. He is playable in all the games except for Birth by Sleep and 358 by 2 Days, even though he does have a cameo appearance as a kid in Birth by Sleep. But Sora's story starts on Destiny Islands, where he and his friends Kairi and Riku were trying to build a raft to go see new worlds, but one night the world was engulfed in darkness. And at this time he also gains the ability to wield a Keyblade, or the Kingdom Key. He then wakes up in a world called Traverse Town, where this then leads to a chain of events where he goes on multiple journeys, from trying to find his friends to trying to complete the mastery exam in which he would become a Keyblade master. And along the way he saves many countless worlds from being engulfed in darkness. And at this point we know that he has a strange yet strong connection to hearts that he meets along the way in his life. And he is most likely probably somewhat prophesized, I guess you say, to be the one to stop Xehanort, the main antagonist of the Xehanort saga. And Sora also has his own nobody after he was turned into a Heartless in Kingdom Hearts, named Roxas. But on some other technical notes, Sora is voiced by Haley Joel Osment, and as a kid as Luke Manriquez, I can't say that name, sorry. And in Japanese, he was voiced by Miyu Irano, and as a kid, Takuto Yoshikiyawa. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the names. I'm not fluent in Japanese. Also, rights-wise, Disney technically has the rights to Sora, Kairi, and Riku, and can do almost anything they want. Square actually tried to make a Kingdom Hearts game called Dissidia, where they would pit Kingdom Hearts characters against each other, and was scrapped because Disney, in the end, didn't want that to happen. And there's a lot more technical aspects to Sora, but I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty detail. I kind of wanted to go over a broad overview of who he is, how he became to where he is right now, and some other smaller backstory to him. When it comes to his personality, I've always seen Sora as being very similar to a lot of main characters of shonens, and being that happy-go-lucky kid who is very strong yet naive in a lot of situations. It goes into blindly to a lot of situations and sees things as very, very black and white. As if someone does something that's bad, then you're obviously evil and you have to be defeated. He also has a strong sense of friendship and forgiveness, and will do anything for his friends, and if you do anything to him, he gets very angry. And also, this strong sense of forgiveness can be seen in multiple instances, such as when he forgives Naminé even though she rewrote all his memories and Rechain of Memories. We do see a sort of change, or maybe a seed of change in him at the end of Dream Drop Distance, where he did sort of gain all the memories and understanding of everything that happened to Roxas. All the pain that Roxas went through, Sora now gained. We don't get to see any of Sora's really actions, except for the fact that Sora went and met with all the Dream Eaters at the end of the game. Past that, we don't know how much he's really changed with gaining those memories. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is an area where we probably see a lot of this progression in his character.
Oh my! Oh, it's lovely! Oh yes!
Sora's design started out a little strange. The character that Square and Disney wanted for the protagonist at first was Donald or Mickey, which could have turned out really strange, but they went with Sora in the end, being an outside character from Disney. And at the time, he looked a bit different from now, being more of a lion boy wielding a chainsaw. Yes, Sora was gonna chop Heartless in half like a freaking horror movie. But once they got to the final design, he was heavily inspired by Mickey Mouse, especially with a giant boat for feet. Then his later designs fit his maturity and his character, and him learning to put on a belt too. Just look at it. Probably put on here. His belt gets tighter as he goes on. And also his latest design for Kingdom Hearts 3 so far is heavily inspired from his Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dream Drop Distance outfit. And aside from his main outfits, he also changes multiple times throughout the series whenever he enters different worlds, from Halloween Town to worlds like Tron. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, he also has drive forms with different appearances from each form. He also changes into a merman and also a lion whenever he enters Pride Lands or Atlantica. And lastly, we look at Sora's fighting style, which is very different from, I think, a lot of main characters in video games, for the fact that he wields a giant keyblade and largely uses two-handed attacks with this weapon, which is also figured out that it would be nearly impossible to actually use in real life, or very hard to. The progression of his combat from 1 and 2 is pretty prominent, with him being able to do a lot more combos and attacks much faster in Kingdom Hearts 2 than 1. With these added abilities, he is able to do a lot of pretty strong and athletic combos. He can also wield multiple Keyblades, and also his Keyblade that he gets in Kingdom Hearts 1, just for a little backstory, was originally meant for Riku, but Sora adopted the Keyblade instead, and this Keyblade originally came from Mickey. Also, the reason he is able to wield multiple Keyblades is because he has an ability called Sync Ability, which allows for him to wield two Keyblades, and he has this ability because he stores the heart of Ventus inside him, who is also a Keyblade wielder. There's a time when Sora is actually able to wield 3 Keyblades in one of the battles in Kingdom Hearts 2, but it is unknown, from what I know, to why he is actually able to wield 3 Keyblades at this time. Sora also has the ability of Drive Forms in Kingdom Hearts 2, where he is able to use other powers to change into forms, such as using the power of Goofy to change into Veiler form, where he's only able to use physical attacks and no magic. And the other side of that, he absorbs the power from Donald and is only able to use magic in that form. And he has, I believe, 6 of these different forms: Veiler, Wisdom, Master, Limit, Final Form, and Anti-Form, which is a random form that you get whenever you use your Drive Forms a lot. Other weapons in the series that he uses would be a wooden sword on Destiny Islands, and later in the game in Kingdom Hearts 1 when they get to Hollow Bastion. And also a Struggle Bat in Twilight Town. If you ever go back to Twilight Town, you can take part in the Struggle Tournament with Sora. And aside from physical attacks, Sora has the ability to use multiple forms of magic like Fire, Reflect, and he uses summons where he uses different Disney characters to fight. He also has another ability where he uses limits in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where he uses and works with Donald and Goofy to do different attacks, as a whole and sometimes alone. And lastly, he gains multiple abilities on his journeys, such as gliding and swimming, and in the next game it looks like he will be able to summon Disney attractions called Attraction Flow to fight, and he will also have Keyblade transformations too. In a Dream Drop Distance, he was able to use an ability called Flow Motion to glide on and move around maps faster, and also attack with 2, which is also going to most likely be seen in Kingdom Hearts 3 again. And as you can see, Sora has a lot of different things that he will be able to do and is able to do in the Kingdom Hearts series, and has come to become known one of the strongest Keyblade wielders in the series, or one of the strongest characters in the series. And that is my Kingdom Hearts character profile of Sora. I know it was a little long, but he is the main character of the series after all, so most likely the next profiles won't be as long, especially when it comes to the fighting style. So if there is anything that I missed, I'm pretty positive I'm going to miss some things. This is my first time doing this. Tell me things that I missed, tell me things that you think I could do better with these character profiles, and I will surely, or hopefully, maybe implement them into the videos, or edit my videos somehow. Otherwise, my name is the Arcane Keyblade, and if you enjoyed this video, then please punch that like button in your fist. If you'd like to see more of these character profiles, then punch that subscribe button. My name is Arcane Keyblade, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.